Hello, guys. Welcome back. Meet Mr. Smart. And today, Mr. Smart is helping you out. Mr. Smart AI is helping you with the four DOKs in lesson 5. So, Mr. Smart will just wait out here and watch us whilst we work. And then we will jump straight into the 5 block lessons. So, for lesson 5, we're going to look at the strand. The strand is modeling with algebra. Substrand is number and algebraic patterns. Number and algebraic patterns. So we're going to look at the first level of difficulty when it comes to setting questions here. So level 1, let's go straight to it. Let me just pick my code strips and then start writing. So we have x to the power 3 times x to the power 4. This is one question for you to try. Now let's go y to the power 6 divided by y to the power 2. Can you apply this? So can you solve this and that? Nice. So this is the question. Now let's see the next set of questions. So you have a to the power 2 all to the power 3, the next one. And then the other is 2 to the power negative 2. Can you simplify this? This is level 1 question when it comes to this particular lesson. So indices and logarithms basically, but we're starting with indices. So for level 2 questions, let's go and see how level 2 questions are. So the first level 2 question that we're going to look at is simplifying 2 to the power x is equal to 16. This will be our level 2 question. 2 to the power x is equal to 16. The next level 2 question will be 3 to the power y plus 1 is equal to 27. This is our next level 2 question. See whether you can solve this too. Then the next set of questions that we are looking at, we will jump straight into is a level 3 question. A level 3 question. Well, let's get some more level 2 questions. So let's try this. 2 to the power n equal 32. This is one other level 2 question. And let's try an interesting level 2 question, which is 3 to the power 3 minus x is equal to 27 to the power x minus 1. Yes, let's try this also. And then the next part is the final level 2 question for consideration is 32 to the power, or rather, let me just clean this from here. 32 to the power negative 2 over 5 is equal to 1 over 4. How will you go about this? This is another level 2 question. So we're done with our level 2 questions. And show me your expected answers back in class. So the next one is level 3. Obviously, you know where we're going with this, right? We have fishing community. So comic ekina. So we have fishing, population grows according to the formula. So the coastal fishing community population or the coastal fishing community's fish population grows according to the formula, where N is the population and T is the time in years. So N is the population and T is the time in years. T is the time in years. So we want to calculate the population after 3 years. The population after 3 years. What will the population be after 3 years? If you start with 1,000 fishes, what will be the population be after 3 years if you start with 1,000 fish? So I would like to know what your answer is. Now, why is this an exponential growth model? Think about that also. Now, determine how long it takes for the population to reach also 8,000. Yes. Determine how long the population takes to reach 8,000. How long do you think it will take to reach 8,000? Yes, determine that for me. Now, justify why understanding exponential growth is important for sustainable fishing. Understanding exponential growth is important for understanding sustainable fishing. So let's dialogue this in class and let me see your ideas in class. Now let's go on to the next one. A level 4 question again is a coastal fishing community. So we are considering 2 investments options. So the level 4 question, we're going to consider 2 investment options for level 4. And option A, so coastal community is considering 2 investment options. Option A, invest 5,000 at 6% compound interest. Invest 5,000 cedis at 6% compound interest annually. That's yearly. And then option B is invest 5,000 at 8% compound interest also annually. That's yearly. So these are the 2 options. So calculate the investment value after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years for both options. So we want to find out investment value 1 year, how is it 2 years, what is it 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Same investment value after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, and 5 years. What will it be? Now we want to create a table and graph showing the growth of both investments over 5 years. We want to create a table and then we're going to graph the path of both investments after the 5 years. And we'll analyze the data and which options grows faster and what is the difference after the 5 years. Now, by what percentage does option B outperform option A? So we're going to use logarithms to determine how long does it take for option A to double the initial investment, and how long does it take option B to double the initial investment. Which option reaches 100,000 cedis first? So if the community wants to also accumulate 15,000 cedis, which option should they choose and why? Should they go for option A or option B? Yes, which option should they choose and why? Now, these are a few reflections. Okay, there's a last question. Calculate the time needed for each option to reach 15,000. One, calculate the time needed for each option to reach 15,000 CDs. So I want you to reflect on these things. How did you use indices and logarithm to solve this problem? And what challenges did you face? That is the most important thing. I'm interested in your challenges. And how could this analysis help other coastal communities make investment decisions? This is what we want to know. So today, what are the expected deliverables that went through calculation tables? We've looked at calculation table problems. We've looked at graph of both investment options. We've also looked at data analysis. We've also looked at logarithmic calculations in the levels of questioning. We've also looked at investment recommendations and obviously the reflections, yes, that we carried out. So these are the four levels of difficulty in lesson 5. I hope that we can share answers in relation to this. So once again, lesson 5 brought to you by Mr. Smart AI. BHM Puzzles, learn to think like an AI.